have a younger secondary in the 49ers. They're going to get their experience playing in the NFL. However, they picked up a guy named Jack Reynolds, number 64, that should really help their ball club. Jack is like an assistant coach on the field.
The 49ers are kicking off. The Lions are receiving. It'll be Ray Wershing to kick the ball off for the 49ers, formerly of the University of California, Berkeley. Robbie Martin is back there. In the air. Taken at the 9-yard line. Returned to the 15, to the 20. And Hall is stopped near the 25-yard line. Alvin Hall returned the kickoff for the Detroit Lions, who have the ball 1st and 10. 16-yard return by Hall. Here's the offense of the Lions. Gary Danielson, the quarterback, of course, and Billy Sims, the big threat. At halfback, he's number 20. And as the offensive line, Carl Baldischweiler is starting at the tackle. That was somewhat questionable before the game. David Hill at tight end. Danielson brings them up. Vince Thompson is the fullback. Sims, who else, gets the ball on the first handoff. Gets across the 35 up to the 37-yard line before Dwight Hicks comes in to make the tackle. Here is the defensive down 3. They play a 3, and the nose tackle is Archie Reese. 4 linebackers. Jack Reynolds, the veteran, there, 64. And the deep men, Ronnie Lott on the left corner, the number 1 draft choice of the 49ers. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Move the tight end over to the left side. Running backs in an I formation. Give it to Thompson. At the first down. It is a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line as Willie Harper came up to make the tackle.
Thompson for the Detroit 1st and 10.
Taking a little while getting him unstacked there.
Harper has blocked on the tackle.
Vince Thompson, the rookie fullback.
Well, when you're defacing Sims, sometimes the fullback, Thompson, can be a big factor. There's no doubt that the 49ers defense has to stop Sims first and Thompson second.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions at their own 45-yard line. Freddie Scott part of the left side. Sims this time. Got about 3 to the 47-yard to the 48-yard line. Jim Stuckey made the tackle.
Well, the key to the 49ers' success this year is going to be this defense. These people that are on the field right now, how well can they stop the run, the pass? They've got the 3 rookies in the secondary that we talked about, and they got Jack Reynolds, 64. And if they use Jack right, he'll have a great year for him.
Ulysses Norris is the tight end of the ball game. Leonard Thompson and Freddie Scott are the wide receivers. Running backs are split. It's a Sims. He got the first down. Ronnie Lott on the corner bounced him out, but it's down there at the 43-yard line.
Now, the nice thing about Sims is he has the ability to run inside and outside. Now, here is a counter play. It's a slide play where he slides outside, uses his speed, and picks up a first down.
Detroit 1st and 10.
Billy Sims last year had an outstanding year for the Detroit Lions. Got off to a roaring start. Freddie Scott's wide to the left side. That's Sims again. Got inside the 40, 38-yard line. Got about 5.
You know, Lindsay, when we played a defense to back like Sims, we would defense him every down. If we were going to get beaten, we'd make the fullback beat us. We'd defense a guy like Sims, 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 8, every play. You got to stop him first. He's the home run hitter.
It's 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Tight ends are shuttling back and forth from Coach Monty Clark. So he's sending his plays in now with the tight end. Gives this one to Sims straight ahead on the dive. Got down to the 36, Dan Buns. Made the tackle. They have 4 linebackers. Buns is an inside linebacker on the left side.
You know, a great thing Danielson has going for him, Lindsay, is he has a heck of a running game with Sims. His passing can be used sparingly and mix it in with play action. So he has a lot going for him. Some ball clubs don't have that type of a running game.
Jim Stuckey, the defensive tackle, was injured on the play, so time has been taken out. For the Lions, 3rd and 4, they have the ball outside the 36-yard line of the 49ers. Lawrence Pillars has replaced Jim Stuckey at the defensive left end position in the 3-down lineman alignment of the 49ers. Lions split the running backs. Danielson, the quarterback. Penalty markers everywhere. First pass intended for David Hill, the tight end. It's incomplete. Lott was over there, and so was Carlton Williamson. But there's a penalty marker to be checked out.
Well, it's against the 49ers, Lindsay.
It is. Preliminary signal is offsides against the 49ers. As you look again at the pass to David Hill, who was scissored.
You know, it looked like that right cornerback, Eric Wright, 21, was offside on the play. He came up to jam the wide receiver.
The referee here today is Tom Dooley, and he'll tell us something here.
Offsides, 21 defense, 1st down.
You got it. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now, that should not happen, but that's inexperience. A defensive back should never be offside.
That was Coach Bill Walsh who said that should never have happened. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Leonard Thompson goes far to the right side. Fred Scott comes to the left side, running backs in around now. That is Sims moving over. And Norris, the tight end, moves left. Thompson, I beg your pardon. King carried, and it moved over to the 31-yard line. King having just come into the ballgame. Horace King at fullback.
Well, here's Jack Reynolds, 64, playing the 34 defense, which he's not used to, but he does not overrun the play and makes the tackle. Reynolds wards off blockers real well. He uses his forearms. Getting him for nothing was a steal for the 49ers.
Bill Walsh, the head coach, starting his 3rd year as head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. And so we have Ulysses Norris, the tight end for the Detroit Lions, shaken up. And so they have taken a timeout to see about him. After this game, you'll see live coverage of the number 2 seed Bjorn Borg against David Carter, plus other highlights, including Jimmy Connors. Right here, the Lions have the ball. They have it 2nd down, 5 yards to go at the 49er, 26-yard line. No score, 1st quarter. Sims is carrying. This time, the 49ers closing off just about at the line of scrimmage. Got about a yard. Lawrence Pillars in there on the tackle.
Reynolds and Sims on the tackle. Correction. Reynolds and Turner on the tackle.
The Lions flipped to Sims from the I formation, but what you can't see is they rolled up, and Lott came up, played the front zone,
Choice ball, third and 4.
helped on the play.
25-yard line.
Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Horace King is still in there at the fullback. Billy Sims is the tailback. They have only the one setback, and that is Billy Sims. Tracy Porter in motion, and here is the pass incomplete down to the 6-yard line. Then for David Hill, and Dwight Hicks is covering defensively. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, and it's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Detroit Lions and the National Football League is prohibited.
4th and 4.
4th and 4.
At the 49er 25.
Ed Murray is the field goal man. He led the conference in scoring last year with 116 points, and this will be a 42-yard attempt with Eric Hipple holding Tom Sledany of Ohio State. I beg your pardon, Ed Murray. Tulane. A little trouble getting it down, sailed it, and so it's no good. It goes over the line of scrimmage.
I think it was a low snap, Lindsey. See, now that's something that hurts you. You've had a nice drive. Now you have a low snap, and you don't get anything out of it.
Tom Tenor is the center on the kicks.
Here's a shot of the low snap. Threw Murray off completely. He kicked a line drive, all because of a low snap.
Now the 49ers take over at the line of scrimmage, which is the 25. First and 10. Montana's the quarterback. Baker coming in to make the tackle. Cooper carried on the first play. Here now the backfield, the offense. Joe Montana, the quarterback. Dan Audick was trained to fill that spot up there at left tackle by the 49ers.
You know, a good thing is to run off of this shotgun early in the ball game.
Direct snap is high. Penalty marker goes down. Montana retrieves, but the whistle stops play. Whistle stops play.
And it looked like they were going to run. Everybody expects a pass, and you run off of it early in the ball game. It's very effective. Now, the first rule for using the shotgun is to be able to have a center to make an accurate snap. See, that was a run. See the guards pulling? That was going to be a strong side sweep. Actually, they're fortunate that they were offside. They didn't lose as many yards.
False start. 51 offense. The second down.
Randy Cross
started to pull for the run.
Cost him 5. Montana back up there as the T quarterback this time. Cooper in motion to the outside left. Montana completes the pass, taken by Dwight Clark, who had 82 of them last year. Well, there's a penalty marker loose down there for some purpose. Jimmy Allen up on the tackle.
Hit by Allen.
Detroit made a good trade to get Allen. He's done a fine job for him at free safety.
Tony Bateria, the veteran head linesman over there, reporting play to his referee, Tom Dooley. Illegal use of hands against the 49ers.
Well, they're getting off to a shaky start, Lindsey, on offense.
Been a little less than smooth here. We have 8 minutes, 23 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Lions are being consulted. They have an option. Report on Ulysses Norris, the tight end, is that he sustained a knee injury. It's not known whether he'll return. Vince Thompson had a back spasm.
And Stuckey injured his ankle.
Illegal use of the hands. Illegal block above the waist. 49 offense. Refused. It's third down.
Well, the culprit was Earl Cooper. The back they sent in motion out to the left side.
At the 49er 25.
Third down and 10 yards to go. Montana up the middle, and a one-hand stab by Charlie Young. The veteran tight end pulled it in. Now it's right there at the sticks. Could be a first down. Charlie Young.
Charlie made a fine catch. He wasn't expecting the ball that quickly.
Four-down lineman for the Detroit Lions. Veteran Doug English is back. 3 linebackers. Gary Cobbs on the left outside. He beat out Charlie Weaver. There are the deep men for Detroit. It is a first down for the 49ers. At their own 35, there is no score. Cooper moves over to a wing right. Gave it inside the wall easily, the rookie from West Virginia. And he gets out to the 40-yard line before Ken Vendetti, the middle linebacker, stops him.
This Detroit defense is an experienced crew. They have experience all along the line. And they have Doug English back, who should help their pass rush.
Doug English was away for a year in the oil business all over the world. Played his college football at the University of Texas. Second down and 5 yards to go for the 49ers. Cooper and Easley in the backfield. Solomon in motion across. Cooper. He was grabbed by Joe Ehrman.
Hit by Bubba Baker and Ehrman.
It's no gain.
3rd and 5, 49er, 40-yard line.
First quarter score, Baltimore 3 and New England nothing. Saturday night's game last night, Tampa Bay opened the season defeating Minnesota 21-13. Right here, no score, 3rd down and 5 for the 49ers. That's Cooper, and the ball got away. Scramble is out on the 41-yard line.
Yeah.
And the Lions got it at the 41.
But it looked like he never had it. It looked like he never had total possession of the ball.
Doug English.
They're in an odd man line. It's a late. Yeah, he had it and was knocked loose by Ehrman. 74. Jarred the ball loose.
English came in to recover it, and so the Lions get a break. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 49ers 41-yard line. Monty Clark is the head coach of the Detroit Lions. He's one-time head coach of the 49ers. Played at Southern Cal, was offensive line coach for Don Shula at Miami. 1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. Anderson, the quarterback, wants to go long and does go long, and it is Scott, and it's incomplete. Right at the goal line. That was Ernie Wright covering him man for man.
Well, you know, Lindsey, I liked what Danielson did there. You just had a turnover. You got good field position, and he went for the bomb. He had protection. It's a running down, 1st and 10. Good pass. I'd like to see him have some success early this season because they have a good running game, and that's what he needs to get going.
It is 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Horace King is still the fullback. Back spasm for Vince Thompson, who started at fullback. Leave it on the inside to Horace King. He approached the 35 before it was thrown back. Dan Bunch leading the defensive charge for the 49ers.
On the tackle, Bunch.
Well, we talked about the San Francisco defense improving. They're being tested early. Watch the good pursuit and the gang tackling right here. This was not a fumble. The whistle had blown. Ball fumbled after the whistle. Jack Reynolds, during the timeout, Lindsey, got that defense together and fired them up a little bit.
3rd down, about 4 yards to go. That's Reynolds, 64. Kane is coming to the backfield. Rick Kane is in there now. That's Scott in motion across. Danielson gets the snap. Now runs to the outside. Gets to the 1st down sticks and hits the deck 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Ronnie Lott on the corner over there.
Ronnie Lott showed what a good cover man he is and why he was a 1st-round pick. He was right with his man. Danielson did the right thing. He scrambled for the 1st down and then slid, not to take punishment, after he got the 1st down.
Tracy Porter has come in, the rookie from LSU. Fred Scott has come off for the moment. Sims is the lone setback, moves over a stride. Now they move Horace King back. Line him up even. It's a Sims. The All-American from the University of Oklahoma gets to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 before Ernie Wright brought him down.
Well, Lindsey Sims is so fast and so quick, and he hits the hole. Watch this. They change the strength with motion that you don't have to sustain your blocks. All you have to do is give him a little room, and he's gone. Here's Reynolds coming in and only got a piece of him. Arm tackling. You won't bring Sims down with arm tackles.
Sims has carried 7 times for 41 yards. It's 1st down, 10 yards to go. He throw it at the San Francisco 15-yard line. King cheats up a half step. Danielson dropping back. Goes, and it's incomplete. Right down to the flag. That's Leonard Thompson, 39 down there. Ronnie Lott covering. You know, years ago they used to say around the league that the numbers on the jerseys of the Detroit Lions were difficult to read when the sun would shine on them. Well, they moved indoors, redesigned the jerseys, and now they're impossible to read.
You know, another guy that's going to help this 49er defense, we've talked about Reynolds, and Lott is number 76, Dwayne Board. He was out last year with injuries, and he's a steady guy, can rush the passer.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. King goes over. Sims to his right. Porter in motion across. Giving a delay to Sims. He fumbles the ball. Thought have dribbled it. That drew a crowd.
Well, Lindsey, you know, we talk about the importance of winning that first game. Now, Detroit's had great field position twice, and they haven't gotten anything out of it. The 49er defense, that young secondary, has stopped them twice. Whether they stop themselves or not doesn't make any difference. They didn't score, so that gives them a lift. That helps their morale.
It was Lawrence Pillars who got the football at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the 49ers. They send Solomon, double Solomon and Clark to the right side. Easley and Cooper in the backfield. That's Cooper moving over to a wing left. Easley's the lone setback. The rookie gets the ball and gets out for 2 to the 16-yard line.
Easley looks like he'd be a good, tough inside runner.
First quarter, Atlanta is leading New Orleans by a score of 7-0. They have veteran opponents. Seattle is leading Cincinnati 7-0. That is also in the first quarter. Right here we have no score with 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Solomon is far to the right side. Joe Montana brings him up. It's still Easley with Cooper in the backfield. Easley. And he's stopped by Joe Ehrman as he got out there to the 19.
See, now Easley looks like, as I mentioned, a tough inside runner. Cooper has the size and the speed to run outside or inside, although Cooper, 49, is a better outside runner.
3rd down and 5 yards to go. They bring Alvin Hall in now in place of Fantetti. He's back for a linebacker.
Nickel defense, expecting a pass.
Solomon far to the right side. He's the dangerous pass receiver. He's in motion across. That's Solomon. Montana. And he pumps it instead to Dwight Clark. He gets the 1st down at the 31-yard line.
And that was a smart call by the 49ers. Sam White is up above calling the plays down to Bill Walsh. It was an excellent call. A stop pattern to get the 1st down. Get the 1st down. 5 yards. Now watch the stop pattern. Right there. Very difficult to defense. That's all you want, is to get the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31, and now it's Ricky Patton and Walt Easley in the backfield. Montana rolling right and throwing on the run and complete to Charlie Young at the 50-yard line. He's at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, 49ers in Detroit territory. James Hunter on the corner made the tackle on Charlie Young.
That's one of the most difficult plays to defense in football. Dallas has made a living on this. With a quarterback like Montana now, this can be effective. It's a bootleg. Coming out, he can run or pass. The tight end comes across. Hits Charlie Young on a crossing pattern. Very, very difficult to stop that play. Roger Staubach made a living off of that.
Charlie Young, the veteran tight end. First down. Cooper and Easley in the backfield now. Montana. And he is dropped at the 49 by Al Bubba Baker.
Well, I like Baker. I like him for one thing. He can rush the passer. He's quick. He gets off on the ball. He's an outside rusher.
He had 18 sacks last year, a Detroit club record.
He got Montana from the backside. Now 61 is Audick. Audick is a little bit short as an offensive tackle compared to Baker.
Bill Walsh studying his sheet there along the sideline. Second down, 15 yards to go. The ball at the 49. There's a gun. So that's the end of the first quarter with the score: Detroit nothing and San Francisco nothing. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen at the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, where we start playing the second quarter. Now the 49ers have the ball, 2nd and 15. Montana's the quarterback. Montana to Cooper on the screen right. And he gets it up to about the 46 before Gary Cobb and Al Baker brought him down.
Well, the Lions have used an odd alignment on just about every play. They used an undershift and ran a stunt. The key to the Lions defense is number 52, a guy named White, Stan White. He controls the defense. Maxie Braun, the coordinator, sets the game plan for the defense. And this Detroit defense only allowed 28 touchdowns last year, 1980, which led the NFL.
Bubba Baker is shaken up, and so time has been called while the training staff comes out to see about him. 4-year veteran from Colorado State, one of the outstanding defensive linemen in the National Football League. So understandably, he's getting careful attention here. Montana, for the 49ers, is 5 for 5 in the air so far.
Well, and they're all possession-type passes.
3rd and 11.
The type that you're going to complete a high percentage of the time.
Cooper caught 83 last year, many of them airborne handoffs. And now William Gay comes in, 79. Bill Gay replacing Baker, who will get some further attention along the sideline. It's going to be 3rd down, 11 yards to go with the ball at the outside the 46-yard line. 49ers ball in Detroit territory. There is no score. Ricky Patton, Walt Easley in the backfield now. They got Patton up there in the slot left. That's Solomon in motion outside right. Montana. And it's incomplete.
Yeah.
It's Walt Easley.
If you could see Easley's head, he wasn't looking the ball in. He was thinking about somebody behind him going to be hit. I don't think he would have made the first down anyway.
So punt formation, and it'll be Jim Miller, the barefoot wonder, in to do the kicking. Second-year man from the University of Mississippi, and Robbie Martin is dropped back, single safety to field it, standing on his own 10-yard line. What Miller does is kick that ball out of sight. He has great hang time. Low snap, still gets it off, and it goes into the end zone. It'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Had to hurry that one when he took it on a short hop. But now, the Detroit Lions get the ball once again. They get it 1st and 10, and they'll start for their own 20, and we're still early in the second quarter in Pontiac, Michigan. Bubba Baker on the bench. Detroit has the ball 1st and 10, their own 20-yard line. Horace King's the fullback. Scott in motion across. Contact made before the snap, penalty markers.
Well, that happens, Lindsay. A long count, you hold your line and your tight end a little too long, there's a tendency to beat the gun. David Hill jumped off.
81, offense encroaching.
That's it. The tight end, David Hill. He jumped off and he's coming off.
They call their plays some of the time by shuffling the tight ends.
First and 15. Danielson steps up and is dropped at the 15-yard line. Lawrence Pillars on the tackle.
Danielson dropped down by Pillars.
Well, on this play, Turner, 58, Keena Turner dogged to the right of your screen.
Second down, 15.
Watch 58 come in. Forced him to throw and scramble before he wanted to.
It is second and 15. Scott and Hill have come back into the ball game. Danielson swings it out to Sims. Struggles out of bounds at about the 17. Saladin Martin bounced him out.
You know what happens as you go along, the 49er defense is really defense in a run. They've stopped Detroit's running game very well, but pretty soon that secondary keeps creeping up and you can get burnt deep on a bomb. So you have to play pass over run 85% of the time.
Third down and 12 yards to go. Timeout call by Danielson for the Lions. Got up there.
See, now that shouldn't happen. You have to waste a timeout because of a mix-up. Hill, I believe Hill asked Danielson to call the timeout.
So Danielson comes out to talk it over with the strategy staff. Monty Clark in the center there is the head coach, surrounded by his staff. Third and 13 for Detroit now. They have the ball at their own 17. 4 down linemen in at the moment for the 49ers. Kugler, Board, Reese, and Pillars. Danielson steps out, runs to the right side, and puts it up down the sideline. Was it a catch? Apparently it was at the 45-yard line.
Well,
Leonard Thompson.
yeah. Well, the 49ers are in the nickel defense. 4 rushmen, 4 down linemen. Now, Danielson did this on his own. He scrambled, threw a perfect pass. That shows if you have enough time and can move around. This is all the result of the quarterback. And Thompson did a good job of staying in bounds. Now watch him. Watch his feet. See if he's in or out. Looks like he's in.
First and 10 at the 45. Scott. In and out. Danielson. Incomplete. Intended for Sims. However,
Yeah.
it's going to be grounded, I think.
They blew him dead. That's the rule. He was in the grasp of the tackler.
Grasp and control, and so it'll be down to the 30-yard line.
That's Danny White hitting Dupree for a touchdown. Dallas ahead of the Redskins 7-0.
Second down, 25 yards to go. Kane are in that backfield now for Danielson. There's a little screen to the left side. Penalty marker goes down. Rick Kane has the ball. Got it out to the 35. Wright made the stop.
To Kane, complete, and a flag on the play.
Dwayne Board was putting good pressure on Danielson. That's a good call. Second down and long, screen. Pick up half of the yardage. Shouldn't be sacked.
Tom Dooley, the referee.
Holding, 72 offense, refused, third down.
Third down and 20.
'49ers take out Reynolds, Bunsen, and Harper on this nickel.
And he gets nothing. Pete Kugler on the tackle for the 49ers, and that brings the punting unit down for the Detroit Lions. Led out there by Tom Skladany.
Well, the fans didn't like that play. Of course, that's what I like to see on defense, Lindsey. Have them try to run against the nickel on long yardage. They shouldn't make the first down. I'd rather have them run than throw the ball.
Solomon and Hicks are deep, but Solomon on the far side, Hicks on the near side to receive the punt of Skladany. This first kick of the afternoon, 11 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the first half. There is no score. Hicks at the 15, at the 20, Hicks at the 25, to the outside of the 30, 35, Hicks to the 40, 45. And Hicks finally is stopped across in Detroit territory. Beautiful punt return.
Hicks did this on his own. Now watch him make the move forward. See this move right in here? That sets it up. Now he slides outside, and this is sheer speed. Looks like they got a good one on that kid. He caught the ball well. They got good field position because of his return.
He returned it 39 yards. They'll start first and 10 at the 46. You'll see coverage of the open, of course, after this game. Connors leads Gomez 2-1. You'll see Morgan Corder as well. Right here, no score. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Bubba Baker's back in there defensively for Detroit. Montana. And he guns it to Dwight Clark. Gathers it in at the 32-yard line. First and 10, Ken Fantetti on the tackle with Jimmy Allen.
Now that was a good call. Fine field position after that punt return. Play action pass. See the fake to Cooper. And the stop pattern to Dwight Clark. He makes a good catch. That type of pass is very difficult to defense.
Joe Montana from Notre Dame. The Irish won the national championship his junior year. Hands this one off to Ricky Patton. He got 3 to the 29-yard line before Fantetti stopped him. 2nd and 7.
I like the way Montana has moved around, Lindsey. I think he'll add another dimension to their offense. He can get out of trouble and make the big play. Pick up the first down if they need it by scrambling.
Johnny Davis is coming to the ball game now for San Francisco. They got him for Owens from Tampa Bay. He was a former fullback at the University of Alabama.
A good blocker. Very good blocker. Oh, and that's what he did on that play. That play's called 25M hunch. And the fullback leads.
And he led Ricky Patton to the 27-yard line.
When he comes in, if I were defense in the 49ers, when he comes in, we'd watch him as a blocker.
Seattle's leading the Bengals now 21-0 in the first quarter.
Jim Jodad, formerly of the Rams, just scored a touchdown.
Baltimore leading New England 10-7 in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 here now for Montana. And it's complete to Solomon. First catch of the day. Penalty markers go down. He got to the 17-yard line. Ray Oldham got him out over there, but there's a marker to be checked out.
Well, the line's dogged, and Montana got rid of the ball. They couldn't pick up all the rushers. He did the right thing.
Interference indicated, offensive interference against the 49ers. Dooley will tell us a little more about it as soon as he marks it off.
Well, it was on a quick snap, Lindsey. Sometimes when you go on sound, somebody beats the gun.
Lions have the option. They're being consulted.
Both of these teams have gotten off to a shaky start offensively.
10-yard penalty is inflicted, which will put the ball up to 37. Let's listen.
Pass interference, 87 offense, third down.
It's on Dwight Clark.
Yeah, pushing off.
3rd and 15 at the 37-yard line. Mike Wilson's coming in now at a wide receiver. They got 3 wide receivers and 1 running back. The lone running back is Earl Cooper. They're going to go to the air on the strong right arm of Montana. Swing it out to Cooper.
You're not going to pick up the first down on something like that.
Montana's pass to Cooper complete. Knocked out of bounds by Cobb.
There's 53.
Gary Cobb.
Cobb.
4th down, 11.
They dumped the ball off to Cooper. Watch Cobb. That's his man for man. He's right over there to make the play. As I mentioned, you're not going to get many first downs on 3rd and long, dumping it off to the fullback.
Barefooted Jim Miller is in to do the punting now. Robbie Martin has dropped back to field it. He's standing at the 10-yard line. Well, it's off the side of that bare foot to the right. Then goes down the sideline. It's going to be marked out of bounds. Somewhere between the 20 and 25, I think.
Well, you know, Lindsey, Miller had a great preseason. He had a long kick of 71 yards. He had 3 over 60. And he had 4 inside the 20. His average was almost 45 yards.
Just spotted just outside the 22-yard line. We have 8 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the first half. There is no score. Detroit has the ball first and 10 at their 22-yard line. Sims and King are the running back. Sims now into the tailback in the I formation. Horace King the fullback. Thompson started at fullback, was injured. Sims cuts back. Penalty marker. And he goes to the 46-yard line, but there's a marker to be checked out. Tina Turner made the stop.
Boy, great run by Sims. He's so exciting to see.
Holding against Detroit, the preliminary signal.
Every time he gets his hands on that ball, he's a threat to go all the way. You know, what I'm looking for, Lindsey, is when is Detroit going to test these young corners? When are they going to go deep and test that secondary? They got the most inexperienced secondary in football.
Well, last year, everybody tested the San Francisco corners and had great success. And so they set about restructuring the deep defense. Ball goes back to the 12-yard line. Let's listen.
Holding, 81 offense, it's first down.
David Hill.
Yeah, Joe Theismann hit Joe Washington to tie the score.
First and 20. Contact made before the snap.
When that
Ball
happens,
start, 70 offense.
see the right tackle, Dorney. When that happens, you're not concentrating. Now, both these clubs offensively have gotten off, we've said this 4 or 5 times, to a shaky start. And you can't make those mistakes.
5-yard penalty, put it at the 7-yard line and make it first down and 25.
Ball start, 70 offense, first down.
Keith Dorney. Kansas City 10 and the Steelers 6 in the second quarter.
First and 25.
New Orleans, Atlanta 14, New Orleans nothing.
Yeah, Bartkowski to Wallace Francis for that second touchdown.
Hill over to the tight end right. Sims. There's an off this time. Willie Harper's there. Another linebacker from Nebraska. Stopped at the 10-yard line.
You know, it takes something out of you when you have a nice run called back. You've made a big gain and you've beaten yourself by holding or being offside. It takes something away from you.
You see Norris bringing the next play in to his quarterback, Gary Danielson. Plays being sent in from the sideline.
Second and 22 at the Lion 10.
There you see Danielson's stats. 3 of 6. And it's Thompson, and he's out of bounds just about the 24. Right covering over there. Leonard Thompson.
Well, they use motion, change the strength, and he runs an out pattern. Good protection, follows them all the way. Let's watch the blocking on Reese in the center of the line. Fowler and Bollinger doubling them up. Good double team blocking.
Milt McCall is in there defensively for the 49ers. Sims and Kane are in the backfield for the Lions on a 3rd and 9.
McCall likes the dog. There he goes. There's McCall.
He got him. You had him, George, all the way.
You know, his dad played for me in Chicago, and his other son, Duncan McCall, was with us when I was with the Redskins. And Bowl.
He was, indeed, when we were there last January. Spillane back to do the punting. Solomon and Hicks. Solomon takes it at the 49. He's at the 50, 49, 45, 44. So the 49ers start in Detroit territory. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Excellent field position. Green downfield to make the tackle. So the 49ers get the ball now in Detroit Lion territory. We still have no score, and we have 7 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the half. Strategy conference for the Detroit Lions.
Lindsay, Lindsay, last time in this position, he went deep. Let's see what he does here.
1st and 10, 44-yard line. Montana rolls and looks and keeps and steps out of bounds.
Well, he wanted to throw.
Couldn't find anybody.
No. When you get that field position like he just had, you have to take advantage of it. Put the ball in the air under the present rules.
Purifoy ran him out over there.
You know, a guy I really like to watch is 52 on the Lions. They got him from the Colts. Maxie Vaughn, I'm sure, influenced this trade, and what a job he does. He's one of the few players on defense in the National Football League that controls the defense himself.
Stan White, 10-year veteran from Ohio State. 2nd and 13 now at the 47-yard line. Cooper in motion. Montana. Solomon at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Ray Oldham covered.
Montana threaded the needle on that. A seam pattern. They were in the nickel defense. Here comes Fantetti back in. Here it is. 4-man rush, running a stunt. Watch this seam pattern by Solomon. Right in there. Montana looks good.
Ricky Patton, Earl Cooper are the setbacks. 1st and 10 to the 30-yard line. Cooper. Just to the 29. Jerry Cobb.
Lindsay, when they bring in 87 tight, he's like two tight end offense there, and that's what they had. Clark was in tight. They ran the ball. There was an example we talked earlier. Cooper running the ball inside. I like him outside better than inside. He doesn't run as well inside as you might think.
Cooper's gone off now, replaced by rookie Walt Easley, 226-pound running back, a rookie from West Virginia. Montana is 8 for 9 in the air for 86 yards. Montana. Solomon. first and 10. James Hunter on the corner defensively.
Well, he had good protection. Play action. Watch the play action. Look at the protection he has. Nice pass protection. Good route.
And good for 18 yards in the first and 10 at the 11.
Now, here's Baker, 60. Who's an outside. Here's Audick keeping him out. See, Baker's an outside rusher. Audick did a good job.
Double tight end alignment. Easton Ramson is in there with Charlie Young. Right Clark is out the field at the moment. Patton in motion outside right. Montana guns it. Incomplete. It was Solomon who was on about the 2-yard line, the intended receiver. Second and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He had all day to throw. In fact, sometimes, Lindsey, you can have so much time to throw it that it bothers you. And he did the right thing. He threw an incomplete pass, threw it away.
The Colts are leading New England 13-7 in the second quarter.
Yeah, Mike Wood just kicked a 19-yard field goal.
There's Bill Walsh along the sideline, head man of the 49ers. Still a double tight end alignment. It's still Charlie Young and Easton Ransom in there. Ricky Patton and Walt Easley on the setbacks in an I formation for Joe Montana. Solomon in motion across to the right side. Montana with a quick pitch to Patton. Ricky Patton cuts back. Drive to the 7-yard line. Picked up 4 on the play where it'll be 3rd down and 6 at the 7. Joe Ehrman made the tackle.
In that situation with Solomon going in motion, defensively you defense Solomon, the 2 tight ends, you defense the run. You don't worry about the tight ends too much catching the ball. Now Patton showed some power right there, didn't he? I like the way he cut back, lowered his shoulder.
Easton Ramson has gone off. Dwight Clark has come back into the wide receiver on a 3rd and 6 at the 7-yard line. The running backs are well split for Montana. Montana. Incomplete, intended for Solomon again.
What happened there is Stan White faked the dog. Faked the red dog. Forced Montana to call an audible. Forced him to call an audible. See the hesitation? Nice defensive play. The ball's thrown a little bit behind him. Might have had it.
Ray Wershing is coming to attempt the field goal now. Montana stays in the hole for it. This will be a 25-yard field goal for Ray Wershing, formerly of the University of California, Berkeley. Wershing's boot. It's good. And so finally on the scoreboard with 4:28 left to play in the first half, the 49ers lead it 3-0.
That was a low snap too, Lindsey. The holder did a good job setting that up.
So it's been a struggle here on opening day at the Silverdome in Pontiac. A struggle for the 49ers and for Detroit. Mistakes have been frequent. A few more than you might expect on any opening day when there are mistakes. But the 49ers now on the 25-yard field goal by Ray Wershing are on the scoreboard. They lead it 3-0. 49ers, of course, will kick off. They'll get Wershing back out there. Miami leading St. Louis by a score of 10-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, Woodley hit Cephalo.
It is, of course, artificial turf here at the Silverdome.
You see, really, the Lions have outplayed the 49ers. They've moved the ball. They've had opportunities. But their mistakes have prevented them from putting any points on the board.
Wershing will kick off. Martin and Hall are deep. Here's Wershing with the kick. Beats it on the ground. Bounces it downfield. Still bounding around. And the Lions get it at the 11, 12-yard line. It was Alvin Hall who finally got up there. But it had bounded around through a great many people. And the Lions fans are not particularly happy with the way that one was played. They'll start, the Lions will 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Well, you know, one year we squib kicked all year. And we got just this. You get a crazy bounce. Very difficult to field a football on artificial turf unless you practice it a lot. Detroit was lucky they got that ball. Very fortunate.
They have it deep in their own territory. Billy Simpson, Horace King of the running backs for the quarterback, Gary Danielson. Danielson. And it's intercepted. It's at the 24. Jack Reynolds. Hacksaw Reynolds.
I don't know whether we can see this, but Danielson did not look where he was throwing the ball. He was looking at the flare back, looking at his back coming out of the backfield, and threw downfield. He was trying to look the linebacker off. Here it is. Now watch his head. He was looking over to the running back, didn't see the defender there at all.
And Hacksaw Reynolds has intercepted. It's at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Patton and easily in the setbacks for Montana. This is Patton.
Well,
struggles to the 18.
When this happened, I used to tell my defense, hey, you got to take over. This is what you're paid for, to stop them when they get down there. You hate to have them give the ball up inside the 20.
Gary Cobb and Joe Ehrman made the stop. 2nd down and 4 yards to go with the ball at the 18. Pittsburgh 12, Kansas City 10 in the second quarter. And Dallas is leading Washington now 14-7 in the second quarter. Solomon's in the slot left. Lone set back in this alignment. That's Easley. Easley gets the ball. And he's going nowhere. Penalty markers thrown into the stack.
Looked like he tackled him around the face mask. May have gotten him high there accidentally.
Doug English on the tackle.
Holding. You know, Lindsey, when you get this field position now on the 49ers offense, they have to take advantage of it. When you get that break, you look back over the game, you say, gee, we got the ball in great field position, and we didn't take advantage of it, you see. So they got to take advantage of this and put some points on the board. They got to get at least a field goal. That's the way they have to think. Now, that's a costly penalty in here.
Puts it back to the 28-yard line.
Holding, 56 offense, it's 2nd down.
Fred Quillen, center.
Boy, you never want to hold down in there. That's a costly error. To hold down inside.
Green Bay Packers 7, Chicago Bears nothing in the first quarter.
Horace Ivy scored.
2nd and 14 at the 28. Montana. Incomplete to Dwight Clark.
Well, he didn't catch it in his hands. That should have been completed. Looked like the ball hit him on the forearms rather than the hands.
Jimmy Allen covering defensively. It'll be 3rd and 14. 49ers are leading by a score of 3-0. Here are the quarterback stats up to now. Danielson 4 for 7, Montana 9 for 13. All has come in for Fantetti in the nickel now for Detroit.
And Lindsey, neither quarterback is throwing downfield too much.
Three wide receivers. Montana. And a leaping grab by Clark. Wayne Smith covering over there. But Clark gathered it in. It's not a first down. It'll be 4th down and about 2.
Well, in this situation, what I always did, you go for the field goal. You got to get points on the board. You can take a chance and go for the first down, but if you don't make it, you're losing a chip shot field goal. They're going to go for it, looks like.
Bill Walsh making the decision over there. Walsh is the head coach. 2 minutes, 34 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Montana's talking to the referee. Tom Dooley may want a timeout. They may be letting it run down a little and then call the timeout. Here it is. Timeout, 49ers. 2:21 on the clock. We're approaching the 2-minute warning.
That's their first timeout.
So they took one of 3.
Yes.
Montana's 10 for 14, 117 yards. Seattle's leading Cincinnati 21-3 in the second quarter. And Atlanta leading New Orleans 14-0 at halftime. That is Bill Walsh. He's taking the headset off. Montana over there to get the word as he comes back onto the field. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
4th and 2. I wanted to try to get those 3 points. Usually the games we had ended up winning or losing by a field goal.
Now isn't it too that you don't want to get down there and get nothing?
That's right. Come away with at least 3. At least make the attempt.
Montana talking to Clark. Double tight end Atlanta. Eason Ramson has come in. They've got Johnny Davis in there as well, along with Cooper. Davis in there, fine blocking back.
Now, if they run a play, the type of play with a quarterback like Montana would be a rollout, where he has the option of running for the first down or throwing. Now, that's the toughest play for the defense to stop.
The 49ers are going for it. 4th and 2 at the Lions 15. 49ers leading 3-0 late in the second quarter. Cooper didn't make it. The ball goes over. The Lions close him off. Wayne Smith on the corner made the tackle on Cooper. And so the 49ers get nothing. And the ball goes over.
Boy, that was a big...
Wayne Smith, the 44 there.
Yeah, Lindsay, a big play. It's just a slant, off tackle. Cooper tries to bounce outside. He didn't come close. Here it is from another angle. Slant with the fullback carrying the ball. Fantetti came over. He tried to cut back and took inside leverage away from him.
So the Lions get the ball. They've got Sims and King in the backfield. Danielson's quarterback. Danielson stepping up. And just as he threw, he was hit.
Well,
he was hit by Lawrence Pillars. He was trying to get it out to Fred Scott.
He waited just a little too long. He had good protection. He stepped up. Now watch. His line's giving him plenty of time to throw here. Now he steps up and he's still hesitating. He doesn't know whether to run or pass right here. Now he starts to run. Now he's going to pass. Pillars hit him. 65 from the left side.
2 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock remaining to be played in the first half as we approach the 2-minute warning. Miami leading St. Louis 13-0 in the second quarter. Danielson brings them up on the 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Danielson. Incomplete to Freddie Scott. And the Lions fans are not all that happy.
See, from Danielson's standpoint, the interception he threw, nothing came of it. So that's a big plus for his mental attitude. They didn't get anything out of it. Now he's got to pick up a first down here so that if they do have to punt, eventually they're not going to give the 49ers good field position.
Danielson is 4 for 10 in the air today, 48 yards and 1 interception.
They really haven't done anything since Sims' long run was called back.
Sims and King are the setbacks now. 3rd and 10. Danielson. And it's complete. Taken out there at the 25-yard line by Billy Sims. Now, did he get the first down? It's very close. He'll spot it and take a long look. So it's either first or it's fourth. Saladin Martin and Bobby Leopold made the stop. Officials are still taking a look. They're going to bring the chain across and measure to see if they picked up the first. You know, and then we'll get a 2-minute warning.
Yeah, Lindsay, on that 49er defense with the nickel, they bring in Thompson and they take Lott and put him at the free safety. Let him read the quarterback with his reactions.
Got the first down. And now the 2-minute warning. That's the indication there by the referee, Tom Dooley. So when we resume play with 2 minutes remaining in the first half, it'll be 1st and 10, and the ball is out there at the 25.
Dave?
The preceding message was furnished for the National Football League. 1 minute, 54 seconds left in the first half, and the 49ers lead at 3-0. The Lions have it first and 10 at their own 25 for Danielson. Danielson. Middle screen. Billy Sims.
Well,
He got a whole yard.
that's a good call, but that screen's supposed to develop up the gut. A middle screen. 49ers forced it outside. Good 2-minute call. Play action screen up the middle. Now watch Sims check down right here. Now he wants to go straight ahead, but he can't.
Last play is incomplete. Penalty markers go down at the 35-yard line. Dan Bunds made a move on Hill. David Hill, the tight end, the intended receiver.
This is a whole new ball game here. 2-minute offense, 2-minute defense. This is what makes pro football so great. You have 2 extra quarters here. How you use your timeouts, how much practice you've had on your 2-minute drill offensively, how you defense them. We'll see what type of a job Danielson does in this 2-minute period.
They're getting the ball spotted. That's Tom Dooley, the referee. Now he'll tell us something.
Offside. Defense is refused. Defensive pass interference. 57. First down.
Dan Bunds was the offender. That is an automatic first down. It's first and 10 at the 35. Both penalties were against the 49ers. Sims and King are the setbacks. Well, Danielson started back. He didn't get far, and penalty markers went everywhere. Dwayne Board was in there. So was Willie Harper.
Now they took time out.
Offsides against the Lions.
A lot of time, 1:18. George Rogers in his debut for New Orleans had 10 carries.
Number 80 offense is refused. It's second down.
Norris was offsides. The penalty was refused because it was a loss on the play. Tell me about Rogers.
Yeah, in his debut had 10 carries for 27 yards.
Danielson, 6 for 12 in the air, 59. Talking with the referee, and he wants a timeout, and he gets it. They'll have 1 left.
Well, you see now that one timeout that they had to take hurts them, Lindsey. You see, you'd like to have one more time. There's 1 minute and 18 seconds. That's plenty of time to score a touchdown or get down there and kick a field goal. The fact that you've used up one of your timeouts doesn't seem important at the time. But right now, it's vital. They haven't scored. They got to get on the board. To get on the board just before you go in at halftime gives everybody a lift. It really does. Especially when you've been struggling and having the problems Detroit is on offense.
Well, on this opening day of the 1981 season, George, for both teams, this has not been exactly a performance that you'd want to draw up on the blackboard and preserve for posterity.
That's right. But you know, this young 49er defense, we said at the top of the show, the 49ers, if they improve that defense, have a chance to have a successful season. So far, they've looked pretty good, but they haven't been tested deep yet.
When we resume play, it'll be second down and 14 at the 31-yard line for the Detroit Lions. Here are penalties. San Francisco's drawn 5 for 39. Detroit's drawn 3 for 20. So Danielson brings the Lions up with 1:18 on the clock, which will start at the snap. Danielson. And it is complete across midfield. Taken by Leonard Thompson. Marvin Williamson made the hit. First and 10 for the Lions in 49er territory. Leonard Thompson is still down.
Well, you know, a lot of guys don't want to come across the middle like that. Thompson, watch this. 3-man rush with a linebacker coming in late. Good protection. 59, Harper coming in late. over the middle. Nice catch on the fingertips. He took a solid hit there.
The Lions have taken their last timeout now.
Now you see, if you had that one more timeout, you could really use it. Now they have to stop the clock by throwing an incomplete pass or throwing the ball out of bounds or something, running out of bounds.
Danielson over now, getting instructions on his offensive plays for the final 1 minute 2 seconds of this game, with the 49ers still leading it by a score of 3-0 on a field goal by Ray Wershing, 25-yarder.
You know, with a guy like Sims, Lindsey, it's smart to run him in the 2-minute drill. However, with no timeouts, it's a gamble because you used up so much of the clock.
Leonard Thompson slowly coming off the field. Bill McCall's coming in defensively now.
Wonder if they'll dog him again. Let's watch McCall, 53.
Robbie Martin's in there.
You can get away with that a couple of times early in the year, and they won't pick it up.
McCall, 53.
Now he's going out now, it looks like. Now he's coming in.
Further instruction. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line off San Francisco in Detroit possession. Danielson. Screen. Throws it inside the 40-yard line. Willie Harper.
Well, they did dog McCall that time, but they sent him outside rather than inside. He's more effective inside with his quickness.
Through the screen to Horace King. They're ready to go with a no huddle. 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Direct snap taken by Danielson. Incomplete down at the 21-yard line. Red Scott, the intended receiver.
Scott should have had that.
Right covering on the corner.
It was right in his hands.
3rd and 2 on the 39.
36 seconds.
Good look at Danielson. Came back last year after having missed the previous season. He was injured on the final preseason game the year before and missed the whole season.
Now what you got to think is he's got to get closer for a field goal. He has to pick up at least 10, 15 yards to give their kicker a shot at a field goal if they can't score a touchdown.
3rd down play. 2 yards to go for a 1st down. Got the 1st down, coming up the 30-yard line. And on down for the touchdown. Billy Sims. Billy Sims for the touchdown. 39 yards. Danielson to Sims, 39 yards with 28 seconds left in the half. Detroit leads it 6-3 with a conversion attempt coming.
Sims did that on his own. That's just a routine fan pattern or shoot pattern. Now watch. About 7-8 yards deep. 50 Tortolo. Missed the tackle. Sims did that on his own. Takes an ordinary play and turns it into a touchdown.
Ed Murray will attempt. Eric Hipple is holding. Hipple puts it down. Murray boots it up, and it's good. So as they come back up the field, it is Detroit 7 and San Francisco 3.
And there was a good block on this, Lindsey. Let's see if we can see who threw that block. There's a good block to spring Sims loose. The block is coming up. Can't see it. Great individual effort by Sims. Here's McCall coming in, dogging again. They picked it up. McCall kept coming. Good effort on his part. Well, that's the score you're talking about at halftime that gives your ball club a lift. And it goes the other way for the team that scored on. 28 seconds left.
Ronnie Lott is now center deep for the 49ers to receive the kickoff. He was their #1 draft choice out of the University of Southern California. That's Ronnie Lott, number 42. Ricky Patton is back there. Arlington Jones is back there as well. It is picked up. Now Jones fumbles the ball at the 25-yard line. Detroit recovers, 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 25.
Well, Detroit's putting all their scoring into the 2-minute drill.
Aren't they, though? William Gay was on the ball.
No timeouts. They got chance for, if they use the right plays, they got chance for 3 plays, and if they fail, they can still kick a field goal.
Arlington Jones, the rookie from Winston-Salem, just couldn't find the handle. He fumbled the ball, and Bill Gay recovered it.
He never had good possession on the ball.
And so Detroit gets it 1st and 10 at the 25, and the clock says 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Clock will start on the snap. Anderson, screen, and Sims again. Sims to the 20-15, and Sims goes to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Wright Hicks finally brought him down there, ready to go again now. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Anderson throws incomplete to stop the clock. 1 second on the clock. They can get the field goal unit in.
Good job by Danielson there. Sims thought he could score. He would have been better off to get out of bounds. Again, that one timeout they used hurt them right here.
Ed Murray is in to attempt the field goal. Eric Hipple will hold for him.
Sims felt he could score that. That's why he cut back.
I wasn't too sure he couldn't either, I'll tell you.
Detroit attempting the field goal. Murray.
This will be a 29-yard attempt. Hipple holding from the hash mark left for Ed Murray. Second-year man out of Tulane. 29-yarder is good. Time has run out. And the Detroit Lions are leading by a score of 10-3 as they head for the locker room. What a whirlwind 2-minute drill for the Detroit Lions.
10 points in about 28 seconds.
And the Lions, who had looked inept on offense up until that time, suddenly turned Sims loose. And then came back after recovering the fumble on the kickoff and got a 29-yard field goal from Murray, and they lead it at the end of the first half by a score of 10-3. Here at the Pontiac Silverdome, where the Detroit Lions are leading the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 10-3, and it was an interesting first half in that performances on both sides were generally inept for much of the period, but then after the 2-minute warning had come up, the Detroit Lions exploded. They sprung Billy Sims for a touchdown. Then when the succeeding kickoff return was fumbled by the 49ers, the Lions got out with a last second, literally 1 second to play, a last second field goal, and so they got their 10 points sort of suddenly. But they are 10 points nonetheless, and so they are leading here, and they've got in for halftime instruction, and doubtless there will be instruction and adjustments on the part of Monty Clark, the head coach of Detroit, and the San Francisco 49ers, Coach Bill Walsh, and then we'll have another exciting half of football here at the Silverdome. But for the first half, it's Detroit 10, San Francisco 3, and we now go to Brent Musburger in New York. George Allen, you were in the coaching business a long time. What can a coach do at halftime?
Well, Lindsay, if I were Monty Clark, I'd tell my team to settle down a bit. They've been shaky. They allowed 10 points in 28 seconds.
All right, let's take a look at some of the things that happened in the first half of this ball game as the two teams have come back on now, getting ready for the second half kickoff.
Well, this is a shoot pattern to Sims. He outruns Tatalo, number 50, and there's a block here by the wide receiver, and Sims does it on his own. You got to defense that guy running and passing every down.
He's only touchdown in the first half.
He's something. Now, here's a play, a screen pass that Sims thought he could score on with no timeouts left, cut back, and Danielson did a good job of throwing the ball out of bounds with 1 second to set up this field goal. Watch the snap and watch the laces facing the goalpost.
And watch the kicker when he finds out it's good.
Yeah.
All right, we're lined up here, and it's going to be the Detroit Lions kicking off here. First half stats. As you see, Detroit had 184 yards rushing and total yards rather, and San Francisco 139. Here's the kickoff. Murray puts it up over to the corner. Taken over there by Arrington Jones, and Jones gets across the 20, fumbles the ball again, and the scramble is on. But I think that the 49ers retain possession this time.
I tell you one thing, Arrington's carried the ball twice and fumbled twice. You either take him off of that team or teach him how to carry the football.
49ers trailing by 7 points, have the ball first and 10. And they'll start at their own 23-yard line as we start play here in the second half. Joe Montana's the quarterback. Ricky Patton, Earl Cooper are the setbacks. Freddie Solomon's wide to the right side. Here is Montana. Going to Freddie Solomon. And he is at the 34, and he made the catch on one knee. And Ray Oldham is there defensively, along with Wayne Smith.
Well, this is a good play to start the second half. They haven't been on the board except for a field goal. Stop pattern, Solomon, the ball's right there. Good timing. As he turned around, the ball's right in his hands.
Going to take the chain out and measure.
The Detroit defense for the first half has been in an odd alignment, either an overshift or an undershift. We call that a 56. If it's over, 54. If it's under, and they run stunts to rush the passer.
First and 10, 49ers at their own 34-yard line. Swings it out to Cooper. Crosses the 35, goes out about 36. Gary Cobb made the stop. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
At the San Francisco 36.
Cooper's stats from last year, received 83. That was high in the league. Seattle is leading Cincinnati 21-10 now in the second quarter.
Yeah, Pete Johnson scored on a 3-yard run.
Right here, the Lions are leading the 49ers by a score of 10-3. Ricky Patton. Got it out there to the 38-yard line. Ken Fantetti made the tackle. And a 2, it'll be 3rd and 6.
Nice play by Fantetti, the middle linebacker. Watch him. It's a sweep to the strong side. He's moving laterally. He also has cutback responsibility. Comes right in, makes the tackle.
Ricky Patton was with the Green Bay Packers in the final game of the '79 season, and they finished right here against Detroit. And Ricky Patton rushed for 99 yards that day. Three wide receivers, Matt Boozer is in there. On the left, this is Solomon coming to the right. Penalty markers, Montana can't get rid of it.
I believe the Lions are offsides.
Baker got to him.
Montana sacked by Baker.
It could have been Baker himself. They beat the gun.
They were offsides, confirmed. We'll get an identification.
But you know, all good rushers, Lindsey, do jump offside occasionally. I'd rather have them that way than always sitting back on their haunches waiting for the ball to be snapped. You have to get off with the ball.
Offsides, 60 defense, 3rd down.
It was Baker. You know, George, broadcasters and fans were delighted when the referee started identifying infractions. How do coaches feel about that practice of the referee identifying the offender?
Well, personally, I don't care for it too much.
Right.
I think that it's all right for the fans.
This is 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Solomon in motion off to the left side. Timeout called by Montana.
Now,
And the open tennis, Connors and Gomez are tied 2 sets each. They're tied 3-3 in the 5th set. So what a match that is, U.S. Open.
now, Lindsey, while you were reading that, the 49ers had a mix-up, and Montana was forced to take a timeout. These are the things you have to eliminate. When it comes down to the final gun,
Timeout, San Francisco. Their timeout number 1.
At number 7 over there is Guy Benjamin, who is the backup quarterback who played at Stanford for Bill Walsh when he was the head coach there, which he was before he came to the 49ers. 49ers have the ball, third down, 1 yard to go. They have it at their own 43. Their top runner is Ricky Patton, who's carried 5 times for 16 yards. Johnny Davis in there now.
Yeah. Let's watch him block. Let's see what he does.
Patton gets the ball. He gets the first down, and it is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Same play, Lindsay, as before. On him. Watch Davis block. 38. Straight ahead. That's what they got him for. Right there. Good leverage. Does his job.
Stood him off long enough for Patton to get through for the first down. Fantetti and Cobb, linebackers, made the tackle for the Lions. First down rushing for the 49ers. Solomon motion back toward the inside. Montana to Solomon at the 50-yard line. Solomon to the 49. Fantetti had to stop as a penalty marker. And 5 yards on the play. Face mask against the Detroit Lions.
You know, this first series on offense for the 49ers is important. When you're behind, you haven't scored. First time you get the ball, you got to move it. You got to at least put 3 points on the board. That's the way I always felt.
Personal foul, face mask, 52 defense, first down.
Stan White was the offender. It's 1st and 10 out to 44. And Mike Wilson, the wide receiver, is in there for the 49ers.
At the Detroit 44.
Wilson's going into a slot. Well, he started to a slot left. Now he's coming to a wide right. Captain Cooper, the setbacks. Tight end across. Cooper to the 40-yard line. Purifoy made the stop. And a 4 makes it 2nd and 6. Miami 20. St. Louis Cardinals nothing in the third quarter. Dallas 17. The Redskins 7 in the third quarter.
And Septien kicked a 29-yard field goal.
You get any special feelings when the Redskins play the Cowboys, George?
Oh, I'm still a Redskin fan.
Thought you might be. 2nd and 6. Tight end across. Solomon can't hold on to it, but there's a penalty marker. Ray Oldham was the defender.
Well,
Interference call.
the ball hung a little bit. He was open. He was open. The ball got there too late. But they get a break out of it. They get pass interference.
Called on Oldham. That'll be a first down. It's at the 21-yard line.
Here it is. See, the ball hangs just a little bit. He was open.
Interference.
Bill Gay is down. Purifoy's out.
First down.
Ray Oldham confirmed as the man who committed the act. Solomon across. Ricky Patton to the 18-yard line. Picked up 3, 2nd and 7.
When White, 52, puts his hands up, he's usually changing a call or calling an audible. And then the others follow suit. He calls every defense. Every dog, every coverage. Joe Ehrman, a real fine football player. Baltimore let him go. They got him for nothing, I believe. He's going to help their defense. He can rush the passer.
Is now leading 4-3 in U.S. Open tennis. Montana, he's dropped for the Lion defense. Joe Ehrman and Bubba Baker. It's a tough duo. It's back on the 22.
Well, nobody was open. Montana did the right thing. The only thing he could do any better in this last play is maybe make up his mind to run a little bit sooner. They're running a stunt. Everybody's covered. Doesn't get to the line of scrimmage, that's a sack. That's the way the league rules it.
On 3rd and 11, they go into the nickel with Hall replacing Fantetti. Purifoy is back in there defensively at left end for the Lions. Solomon moving out to wing left. Montana to Solomon. At the 15-yard line. It'll be marked at the 15. A completed pass to Solomon. Jimmy Allen on the tackle. 4th down coming up.
Well, a possession type of a completion. Didn't get the first down. They're going to go for a field goal now. Here it is. Solomon down, driving the defender off, runs a stop, comes back for the football.
32-yard attempt now. Montana holding for Ray Wershing. Hash mark left. 32-yarder by Wershing is no good. It is wide. It is no good. So the ball will go over now.
Well, now the offense did their job. Here's the missed field goal attempt. It looked like he hooked it. Good snap, good hold. Now watch his right foot come across and over to the left. You can't miss those chip shots.
1st and 10 Lions at the 20-yard line. Just run the dive, and they send Dexter Bussey straight ahead. Dexter Bussey in for the first time. He's been out with an injury. Lawrence Pillis made the tackle, and the presence of Bussey is acknowledged with the crowd here. Billy Sims and Dexter Bussey. That's the running back tandem that the Detroit Lions hope for. 2nd and 7.
Kansas City moved ahead of Pittsburgh.
Jimmy Thompson far to the left side. Scott in motion across. And completed. Taken by Ulysses Norris, the tight end, and Wright made the tackle.
See what the line defense is doing. The linebackers are dropping deep and giving them this underneath short passing game, so to speak. Now here's the tight end coming across. Then they come up and make the tackle.
1st and 10. George, you see some strange sights. We all know that linebackers are a breed apart, and they do some odd things. But I looked out the front of the hotel this morning and saw Hacksaw Reynolds out there practicing forearm shivers against the bus, which is pretty good practice.
Well, he was getting ready.
There he is, 64.
Yeah.
Got in motion across. And Sims, but this time, well, he breaks loose. Not for long. Archie Reese had his arm. He got out of that one, but there were other white shirts there. Dwayne Board finally brought it down.
Well, that's a sweep. They played it well. Good penetration by Archie Reese. Sims breaks loose. Too many 49ers around. Good play by the 49er defense. 49er defense is playing well today.
2nd and 26 at the 14. Tough call. Not too many 2nd and 26 in the playbook. Danielson. There's a screen, and it's incomplete. Forward pass behind the line. Trying to get it out to Rick Kane.
Rick Kane should have had that. The ball was thrown a little bit high and a little bit hard, but he should have had that. That's a good call on 2nd and long. It's a safe play. Keeps the defense honest.
Atlanta 21, New Orleans nothing. 3rd quarter. We do not have a sellout crowd here at the Silverdome, but our actual attendance is 62,123. No shows 1,587. Tickets distributed 63,710. Sims and Rick Kane in the backfield for Danielson. Steps up. Well, he's looking for somebody. Freddie Scott couldn't hold it at the 45 with a diving attempt. Ronnie Lott and Willie Harper covering.
Would have given him a first down, and that's a heck of a play by Danielson. He got out of there, made that on his own. Watch him scramble here. Sets up. Now he scrambles to his left. Now he throws the ball that should be caught.
So it brings up fourth down. Stradini standing on his own goal line, and Hicks and Solomon to the deep men to receive it for the 49ers. Lions are leading 10-3, 7 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Stradini steps up. Long, high spiraling kick over to Solomon's side of the field. Solomon at the 39-yard line. To the 40, to the 45. They'll start first and 10. Alvin Hall made the tackle. Went to 47 yards, returned 6 yards. So the 49ers are still trailing by 7. They took it down and attempted a field goal in their previous possession. Did not make it. So they'll start it all over again. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, where the Detroit Lions are leading the San Francisco 49ers 10-3. 7 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 49ers with the ball first and 10 at their 45. This is Cooper carrying. Not for far. Ken Fantetti made the tackle. Lost 3 yards.
But I'll tell you one thing on that. Cooper has enough speed, Lindsey, to run wide and to run effectively to the wide side. Cooper could play fullback or halfback. He's got good size and speed.
Pittsburgh has gone ahead now. Kansas City again, 26-20 in the third quarter. And Baltimore leads New England 16-14 in the third quarter.
Mike Wood kicked a 35-yard field goal.
Detroit's gone into the nickel now with Hall in there for Fantetti. Connors leading 5-4 in U.S. Open tennis. Trouble with the snap penalty markers everywhere. Looks as though it's raining yellow flags.
You know, Lindsey, you talked about the attendance.
Ball start, 16 offense.
Quarterback.
Detroit is a great sports city. These fans have supported the Lions over the years. They haven't won too much. The Red Wings, the Tigers, the Pistons. Tremendous sports city. The entire state is
Ball start, 16 offense, second down.
sports conscious.
Of course, you and I go back to the days when they played the football. The Lions did at Tiger Stadium, Briggs Stadium, Nathan Field, whatever they were calling it at the time. Second down play. Montana throws a screen right to Cooper. It's simply a forward pass incomplete behind the line.
And it's nice to see the Tigers going under Sparky Anderson.
Well, they're doing well. They're much in the race. They're on top at the moment, and the fans are excited in Detroit.
Now, Cooper, that ball was a little bit low, and the nose was down, but Cooper should still catch that ball.
Third and 16 at the 39. Last year here at the Silverdome, the Lions beat the 49ers 17-13. Montana stacks 3 wide receivers. Mike Wilson's in there for the 49ers. One set back Montana. And a diving grab by Dwight Clark. Now the question is it a first down?
Great catch. Great catch.
I think it is, as it's spotted there now. I think it's first down.
Yeah, and Montana was hit just as he threw. Watch this. Montana's rushed to the right of the screen. Right in here. Did a good diving catch, fingertip catch. Big play.
First down by inches, and it is at the 45-yard line. 49ers are in possession. They're in Detroit territory. They're trailing by 7 points. Ricky Patton, Earl Cooper are the setbacks for Joe Montana. Brady Solomon in a wide right. Montana. Well, it's really his tight end, Charlie Young, in the crowd.
Almost intercepted.
Wayne Smith on that corner.
Montana's pass intended for Young, broken up.
What they're doing is keeping the tight end in. Yeah, Mark Mosley kicked a 42-yard field goal to bring the Redskins back within a touchdown. They're keeping 87 Clark in tight, which gives them backside protection. They can't dog him from the backside.
Bill Gay is in there defensively in place of Purefoy. Left in for the Detroit Lions. Got Clark at a wide right this time. Solomon's in a wide left. Montana. He's hit. Dropped at the 48-yard line.
Well, it looked like Randy Cross was beaten all the way on that one. Montana didn't have a chance on that.
Curtis Green got there.
Right.
3rd and 17 at the 49er.
Well, you know, what's happening is that the Detroit defense has almost disregarded the running game. Everything is a pass. Playing everything is a pass. They can't hurt us running. Let's watch this. Watch Curtis Green. He'll come in the bottom of the screen here.
U.S. Open tennis. Gomez counters 5-5. Purefoy is back in. Detroit's in the nickel for the 3rd and 17 penalty marker. Delay of game. That'll cost him 5 more. Back to the 43.
Well, that doesn't seem like much, Lindsey, but it's a lot to pick it up. Another 5 yards is a different type of play. Now we got
3rd and 22.
3rd
Delay.
and 22.
16 offense. 3rd down.
Delay of game.
3rd and 22 number 43.
Patton and Cooper are the setbacks. Montana. Penalty markers. Montana is trying to get to the sideline, and he does.
Well,
Run out of there by Ray Olin. Penalty markers to check out now. He went out of bounds at the 47-yard line, short of the first down sticks. Short by about 11, 12 yards.
you're not going to run for 22 yards. It's against the 49ers.
An officials conclave.
If you have your choice here, you refuse the penalty.
Personal foul against Detroit. Is the initial signal.
He threw the flag way in the backfield, didn't he? That's a costly penalty. When they're giving you the ball, you don't commit a foul.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers at the Lions 32, and we'll listen now to referee Tom Dooley.
Personal foul. 60 defense. 1st down.
Bubba Baker.
Let's see what Baker did here. There's Artie blocking him one-on-one.
Well, he did, didn't he? He got his money's worth.
Yeah.
It is 1st and 10. Solomon in motion across. Cooper. Inside the 30. Bubba Baker made the tackle.
Brought down by Bubba Baker.
Now, from a 49er standpoint, when you get a break like that, you have to take advantage of it.
2nd down, about 7 yards to go.
That's the type of thinking they have to have, and they're huddling on the sidelines. There goes easily out.
Lions are leading 10-3. 49ers driving. Patton and Cooper the setbacks now. Clark to the right side. Solomon to the left side. Montana's got the ball. Cooper can't hold it. Incomplete. 3rd and 7 at the 28.
Now, the ball was thrown a little bit low and behind him. It's a tough catch. Montana had the defensive left end right in his face.
Here comes Bill Gay back in defensively. There's a Purefoy.
Yeah, Purefoy was right in his face on that play. Forced him to throw before he wanted.
They also get Alvin Hall in there in the nickel. 3 wide receivers, including Mike Wilson, in there for the 49ers. Montana. And it's complete to Solomon at the 25-yard line. Ray Oldham made the tackle.
Result complete. Tackled by Ray Oldham.
4th down coming up.
Well, looks like they're going to go for it again, Lindsey.
4th and 3 at the 24, and it does look like they're going to go. 4th and about 2.5. With 3 wide receivers, Mike Wilson. Walt Easley's the lone setback. 4th down play. Went for the field goal last time and missed it. This time they go. Complete. Solomon, first down at the 13-yard line. Alvin Hall made the tackle.
Good protection. They gave him time to throw, the same type of pattern, the stop pattern. Good first down pattern. 4th down pattern, same type of thing to get the first down. You drive the defender off and then come back.
Bill Walsh there along the sideline. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
That was a good call by Walsh and Sam White.
Double tight end, Charlie Young, Eason Ramson. Ricky Patton's in there with Walt Easley, running backs. Easley carrying. Got to the 10-yard line. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 10. Stan White made the tackle with Doug English, 2 veteran ball players.
Easley hits that line pretty quickly. He's got a good start, a good takeoff.
Montana looking to the sideline to pick up his next play. Montana 17 for 24 in the air, 174 yards. Gomez has gone ahead 6-5 in open tennis. Easley. Last to the 6. 3rd and 3 at the 6.
I kind of like the way Easley runs inside.
Urifoy, Fantetti, and English made the stop. 1 minute, 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
Easley has pretty good size. He's 6'1", 226. They need another runner. With Hofer out, they miss him.
Eason Ramson coming to a wide right. And Ricky Patton is stacked up. Might have picked up the first down. He's very close to it. Jimmy Allen made the stop. They'll get him unstacked, spot the ball, look for the possible first down. See the first or 4th. So bring out the chain. So Tony Viteri, the veteran head linesman, will get it out there. Take a look now as they extend the chain. If any part of the ball is in advance of that stick, it is a first down. And it is a first and goal.
49ers, first and goal.
First and goal at the 3. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lions leading 10-3 and the 49ers threatening here. Patton and Easley are the setbacks. Easley left, Patton right. Easley to the 1-yard line. 2nd down, goal to go. Ken Fantetti, the middle linebacker, met him there.
Here's where you just have to keep hammering away. And if you throw down here, it's play action because the defense is playing run over pass.
Veteran linebacker Charlie Weaver is coming to the ball game now. And Jimmy Allen has come off. Charlie Weaver, an 11-year veteran from USC, beaten out of his regular linebacker's job this year by Gary Cobb. 3rd-year man from USC. Easley stacked up with the Detroit defense at the 1-yard line. Nothing. I'd lost a foot.
Well, the quarter's going to end.
4 or 5 seconds, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's that. And so, at the end of 3 quarters of play at the Pontiac Silverdome, it is still the Lions 10, the 49ers 3, but the 49ers are close. As we start the fourth quarter, this is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen at the Pontiac Silverdome. Joe Montana there has 17 completions and 24 attempts, 174 yards. He's been sacked 4 times. 3rd and goal at the 1. What do you do, George?
Well, if you throw the ball, it's a play action with an option of rolling out with a quarterback like Montana.
It's Patton, and he is stopped short. The touchdown. Delayed call of
said.
Ricky Patton is the man who took it in for the touchdown, and that leaves San Francisco 1 point short. They have a conversion attempt coming, and Ray Wershing is in to try it.
Here it is. Here's the touchdown. Patton carrying the ball. Yeah, it looked like he crawled in right at the end.
Connor and Gomez in U.S. Open tennis, 6-6. Ray Wershing in to attempt a conversion here now with Montana holding for him. The conversion, if good, will tie the score. Montana gets it his roll back there, and the kick is good, and the score is tied.
And that was another low snap.
And so now we're in a 10-10 tie. Early in the fourth quarter, as the 49ers have finally managed to put a touchdown and a conversion on the board. Harrington Jones kicking off. Well, it's fielded short at the 29 by Horace King. And Horace King returned it. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Wershing had a groin pull in the warm-up. That's probably the reason Harrington Jones is kicking off.
That's the scoring drive. Harrington Jones kicking off in place of Ray Wershing, who had a groin pull during the warm-up here today. Has been limping noticeably. And the placement kicks that he has done so far. It's at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, Detroit. Score tied 10-10. Sims and Horace King are the setbacks. Sims is the tailback. He's got the ball. Got it out there to the 39-yard line. Dwayne Board in to make the tackle. Again at 4 on the play, makes it 2nd and 6.
You know, excuse me, Sims has been the difference in the Detroit offense. They got their 10 points the tail end of the 2-minute drill. But the 49er defense has played pretty well today with these young guys in the secondary. And the old pro, Jack Reynolds, giving them leadership as a linebacker.
Ulysses Norris is in there in place of Hill at the tight end. It's a Sims again. Cuts back and drives, and Mayo got the first down. Dan Bunch brought him down, along with Ronnie Lott. But it is a 1st and 10, I think, at the 46-yard line.
Well, he uses his blocker so well. He knows when to cut, and he's so quick.
Danielson has quarterbacked the Lions throughout the day. Sims is in the right set. Horace King is set left. Danielson. And the catch is made by Freddie Scott.
Right.
Lloyd Thomas on the corner.
Well executed. Watch the play action. Good protection. Ball thrown right on the sidelines.
1st and 10 at the 38. So the Lions come right back.
They worked one-on-one there on Eric Wright.
Up in an I formation. Billy Sims on the tail of the tandem. Sims has got it. Just inside the 35. Lawrence Pillars made the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Green Bay leading the Chicago Bears 13-0.
Yeah, Gary Ellis scored on a 4-yard run. That's what they did last year. They upset the Bears in the opener after not winning a preseason game.
George, you and I will be in Green Bay next week. It'll be Green Bay against Atlanta.
Should be a good ball game.
Danielson getting his back straightened out there. His tight end as well. Danielson swings it out. Played at the 35-yard line to Horace King.
He wanted to go downfield of that. He didn't want to go to Horace King.
Completed pass for no gain. Dan Buns made the tackle. Here comes Norris in with the next play. Reporting to Danielson.
San Francisco 35.
Here's the 49ers nickel where they take out Reynolds, Bunce, and Harper. Bring in Thomas.
Rick Kane is in there now.
And Pillar, 65. Four-man rush.
Rick Kane, who was San Jose State's first 1,000-yard rusher in that Detroit backfield now. Anderson. And it's complete. Near the 27, it'll be marked. Ulysses Norris, the receiver, and Ronnie Lott made the tackle. Again, they have to look carefully for the possible first down here now.
We're going to have to measure. Yeah, he didn't turn upfield, and then he was pushed backwards, pulled backwards.
Check for the first down, and it is. First and 10. Dexter Bussey's back in there.
Here it is, a crossing pattern. And now Lott brings them backwards. They give him the yardage for the first down where the ball was caught.
It's outside the 27-yard line, first and 10. That's Dexter Bussey. And on the injury list. That's Hill across the tight end. Dexter Bussey. Go for the 21-yard line. Wayne Board brought it down.
You know, Lindsay, the thing I look for is how a back takes off. Now, Dexter Bussey on that play, here's a heck of a shot. Comes right out of the stance, right out of the blocks, has his head up, eyes open, makes good yardage, picks up 6 yards.
Bussey along the sideline, just in there for the one. Horace King's back in there now. Danielson's 14 for 24, 172 yards in the air for Detroit. Sims heading for the first down sticks. Williamson and Harper made the tackle. Here are the NFL games next Sunday. Atlanta versus Green Bay. We'll be there. Chicago versus San Francisco. Detroit versus San Diego. Los Angeles and New Orleans. New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. The St. Louis Cards and the Dallas Cowboys. Tampa Bay and Kansas City. That is all next Sunday on CBS. First and 10. Baltimore 22, New England 21 in the fourth quarter. Dallas 20, Redskins 10 in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia 24, New York Giants 3 in the fourth quarter. 49ers 10, Lions 10 in the fourth quarter. First and 10 at the 17 for the Lions. Danielson. And end zone touchdown. Horace King for the touchdown. Tailor-made for the Detroit touchdown.
A broken coverage there. Nobody covered Horace King. Watch this. Motion changes the strength. Horace King's wide open. Danielson just laid it up nice and easy.
Dwight Hicks tried to get to him there at the last moment. But there's a conversion attempt coming now, and it'll be Ed Murray with Eric Hipple holding. Connors wins in U.S. Open tennis 7-5 over Gomez. Connors wins 7-5. And Murray's conversion is good to make it 17-10.
Here it is again. There's the touchdown. Motion changes the strength. Hesitation on the part of the defense. Blowing coverage. Nice, easy catch. Lobbed it in there. Don't try to throw it hard and accurate.
We'll return to the Pontiac Silverdome after this word from your local station. Murray kicking off, and it's taken by Jones. He returns it to the 20-26. Harrington Jones returned the kickoff.
San Francisco. Hit by Bradley. Calicut and Green on the tackle.
Billy Sims along the sideline.
He's the difference in this ball game. He's the home run hitter.
There's the scoring drive of the Detroit Lions that put them ahead 17-10 with 10 minutes 22 seconds remaining to be played in this game. First and 10, the ball across the 25-yard line. Montana brings up the 49ers. Beasley and Cooper are the running backs. That's Cooper. Moved it out there to the 34-yard line. Ray Oldham made the tackle. You saw Randy Cross leading the play.
And that's a good call by the 49ers. Running Cooper wide. We talked about Cooper having enough speed to run wide, strong side or weak side. Detroit was playing pass.
2nd and 1.
He picked up 9 yards.
At the 49er 35.
Less than 10 minutes remaining to be played in this game. Beasley and Patton are the setbacks now. Beasley carrying, and he got the first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, I like what they're doing. They haven't done much on the ground today. They're running the ball, and again, I like the way Easley runs inside. He starts quickly, and he's got a good body lean. They may have somebody in that youngster.
Plenty of time for all sorts of things to happen in this ball game. 9 minutes, 12 seconds left to play. Matt Boozer to a wide right. This is Patton. Did a little juke and got out across the 50 and moved across the 45 to the 44, first and 10. Doug English brought him down.
Well, two things are happening. The line defense is playing pass overrun, and the 49ers have run the ball 3 straight times. There's Cross leading the way, 51. Patton uses his blockers well, picks up another first down. They got the line defense guessing.
First and 10, 49ers in Lion territory. Patton and Easley, the setbacks for Joe Montana. Incomplete, trying to gather it in with one hand. Charlie Young, the tight end. Ken Fantetti covering. 2nd and 10 at the 44.
Well, Charlie Young hooked in, and I believe Montana expected him to hook to the outside. He threw it to his left. Charlie's got hands as big as coal shovels. He can catch the ball one hand if he gets his hand on it.
The Lions are leading 17-10. That's Patton. That's Ricky Patton, and it's inside the 25. Ray Oldham dragged him down.
That's another good call, Lindsay. That's a draw. We used to call that the Baltimore late because Unitas was the first quarterback we saw use it. It's a delayed type of play. You fake to the fullback first, then give it to the halfback. Detroit's playing pass. It's a good call.
First and 10 outside the 22. Bill Gay there. Defensively for the Lions. Running backs in an I formation. This is Patton again. Trying to turn a corner. Went out of bounds. James Hunter on that corner ran him out. It'll be spotted at the inbounds marker about the 21 or 2. 21. 2nd down and 9.
49ers, 2nd and 8 at the Lions 21.
Hofer is coming to the ball game.
Yeah.
Paul Hofer is coming to the ball game now. 49ers said they would not use Hofer unless they were in a drive, needing a touchdown badly. They didn't want to use him on artificial turf, but he's in there. He had knee surgery in the offseason. Montana throwing into the end zone, and Solomon touchdown. Freddie Solomon for the touchdown.
Broken coverage on the part of the Lions. Nobody covered Hofer on that play. If we can see it again, they knew Hofer was in there, and they were more concerned about Hofer. It worked pretty well for the 49ers. I don't know where we can see Hofer. Hofer flares to the top of the screen, and nobody covered him. See him out there all alone.
Now Ray Wershing's in to attempt the conversion, which if good will tie the score. Wershing pulled a groin during warm-ups today. Did not kick off last time. Arrington Jones did the kicking off, but Montana stays in the hole for him. It's down. Wershing's boot is good, and the score is tied. It's 17-17. So the 49ers have driven down. They scored on the pass play to Solomon. Wershing has kicked the point, and the score is tied 17-17. We'll have exciting coverage of U.S. Open tennis. Connors beat Gomez 7-5. We'll have highlights of that and other matches. And here is Arrington Jones kicking off. He bounces it downfield. It is fielded by King at the 26-yard line. And he got it back up there to the 37. So the Lions start with pretty good field position. Milt McCall made the tackle.
That is, you know, that last drive, Lindsey, Montana did a fine job of mixing runs and passes. They went 74 yards in 7 plays, but what I liked about it is they established the run, and that made the passing game effective.
7 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in this game. Gary Danielson brings the Lions up. Sims and Dexter Bussey are the setbacks. Bussey moves over a stride. Scott in motion across. Dexter Bussey. Had to go outside, dropped at the 31 by Dwayne Board.
Well, that's the guy we talked about. It's really going to help their defense. Losing him last year was quite a blow.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
At the line, 36.
Horace King and Billy Sims are the setbacks now for Detroit. Thompson, wide receivers double right. Danielson. That's Freddie Scott at the 43.
Danielson's pass to Scott complete.
Third coming up, about 4 yards to go. Williamson on the tackle. Bill Walsh, head coach of the 49ers. Milt McCall is in there now defensively for the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, every time they've put him in there, they've used him to dog. Let's see what he does this time. He was more effective coming inside than outside.
He's number 53, Milt McCall. Incomplete to Sims.
Well,
Bobby Leopold, the former Notre Damer, was covering.
Yeah, they made Danielson throw before he wanted to. They dogged McCall, made him hurry his throw.
Skladany comes in to do the punting. Hicks and Solomon are dropping back deep to field it for the 49ers. Hicks is 22, Solomon's 88. 5 minutes, 47 seconds left to play in the game. Tied 17 all. Delaney puts it up. Hicks retreats. 6-yard line. He's at the 10. And he is stopped at the 13.
Yeah. Good punt and good coverage.
And so now the 49ers get the ball again. It's going to be spotted at the inbounds marker at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. 49ers first and 10 at their own 14. Detroit has 3 timeouts left. San Francisco has 2. Montana's 18 for 26. 195 yards. The score is tied with 5:36 to play. Down to Patton. At this time, the Detroit defense is waiting. Led by Bubba Baker.
Yeah, it's interesting now that the 49ers moved the ball the last drive, 74 yards primarily on the ground. Now they're starting to do the same thing again, but now Detroit's playing run over pass. And that last punt, we said they had good coverage, but it had a hang time, Lindsey, of 4.4, which is very good. 50-yard punt. That allowed for the coverage.
Just a yard difference in the yardage by the quarterbacks. 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line. Patton and Easley are the setbacks. Move Easley over. Montana, well, he turned and found Big Dave Purifoy right there.
Well, he called an audible. When you saw the strong side back shift out, he called an audible. Somebody blew it. They blew it, and that resulted in a sack. Here it is. So he did the best thing he could. Get down and not give up the ball. Protect himself.
3rd and 11.
When you turn and you find you're in the face of Big Dave Purifoy, you suddenly wish you were somewhere else. Montana's been sacked 5 times. 3rd and 17 at the 7. Patton. Well, it was fumbled out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 16-yard line. It'll be 4th down coming up. Gary Cobb, the defender over there.
Well, they ran a sweep against the nickel, strong side sweep.
Well, the Detroit Lions could come out of this with pretty good field position. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play.
Now let's watch this snap, and let's watch the punter. Miller needs a good kick. Starts with the center. 1 man back, 10 men up. 10-man rush.
Robbie Martin standing on his own 35 to receive it for the Lions. Low snap, but he gets it up and gets it off. He's never had one blocked. It's a good roll, and it's taken by Martin on the 39 to the 40, 45, 50, and they'll start at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Harrington Jones downfield on the tackle. So the Lions get it, and they get it in good field position at midfield. They have it 1st and 10, and we have 4 minutes, 9 seconds left to play in this game. It's tied. But, George, the Lions don't necessarily have to think touchdown here.
No, right, Lindsey. They should think 25 yards, be in position for a field goal.
1st and 10 at the 50. That's Sims, and try the reverse now. Leonard Thompson out and end around. Leonard Thompson finally dragged down by Lawrence Pillars, but a big play for the Detroit Lions because it's moved them to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Sims handing it off to Leonard Thompson.
Good call. I think the guy that probably called that is Bob Snelker. He likes that type of football, and that's an excellent call in this situation.
Picked up 17 yards in the 1st down. Keep in mind the score is tied 17-17, and we have 3.5 minutes left to play. Sims and Horace King are the setbacks now for the Detroit Lions. Freddie Scott in motion across. Sims. Not much. Lawrence Pillars made the tackle outside the 31-yard line for about 2. 2nd and 8. Carlton Williamson also on the last tackle.
2nd and 8 in San Francisco.
Every yard is vital here both ways. How many times have you seen that ball hit the crossbar? Just a yard too short.
2 minutes, 48 seconds left to play in the game. We'll have the 2-minute warning, of course, coming up. Sims and Dexter Bussey are the setbacks. Bussey inside the 25. Jack Reynolds and Dwight Hicks finally brought him down at the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Dexter Bussey showed me something. I've always liked Dexter Bussey. He does this on his own.
Watch him push off.
Yeah, it was jammed up inside. Now he keeps going, lowering the boom. Here's a guy coming off an injury. making two big plays today to win this ball game, or possibly win this ball game.
Ulysses Norris comes in at tight end with the next play. The clock is counting down to the 2-minute warning, and it's 2:03 now. They'll let it get down to the warning. Then we'll get the automatic timeout. That's Murray warming up along the sideline. 2 minutes remain to be played in this game.
2-minute warning.
So when play is resumed, the Detroit Lions have the ball, and they have it 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of the 49ers, and the score is tied at 17-17. Murray, of course, along the sidelines, has a little time to think about what's coming up, and plays kickers do that. The Lions 1st and 10 at the 49ers 15. The thing that bugs the thoughts of the Lions now is the possibility of a mistake.
You got to have your backs protect that ball with two hands. No penalties.
Brady Scott in motion across. Sims carrying. Got down to the 11-yard line.
And then defensively, the 49ers have to think in terms of taking that ball away. Sims wants to go wide. He can't go wide. He cuts back, and watch him lower the boom.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line. And as George Allen mentioned, the 49ers will be tackling the football, trying to jar it loose. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to play in the game. Score tied 17-17. King and Sims are the setbacks in an I formation. Sims is the tailback. Danielson the quarterback. Sims. Stopped at the 10-yard line by Archie Reese. The nose tackle had him when he cut back. That's Sims.
What's happening? They're going to run the clock down as much as they can. The 49ers won't have any time unless they take a timeout.
And they're taking a timeout now. The 49ers are to stop the clock. The ball is at the 9-yard line. San Francisco 49ers have one more timeout left. It'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go at the 9 for Detroit when play is resumed. At the Silverdome, it has all come down to this. 50 seconds remaining to be played. Quarterback Danielson talking to his head coach, Monty Clark. Score tied 17-17. Detroit has the ball at the 9-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. 3rd and 4 at the 9. Sims is in the left set. King is in the right set. Brady Scott in motion across. Sims, penalty markers. He got to about the 8-yard line, but there are markers, several of them.
Sims, the runner. Stopped by 4.
Offsides against the 49ers.
Oh.
That will hurt.
That's a tough break for them. You never want to be offside down in here. That's 5 big ones.
They'll start from the 9. We'll hear something from referee Tom Dooley after he enforces the penalty.
Left linebacker looked like was offside.
Takes it inside the 5. Now let's listen.
Offside. 59 defense. Touchdown.
Yeah,
Harper was the man. San Francisco's on 8 penalties for 54 yards. 1st down and goal to go inside the 5.
they don't have to kick a field goal now. They can force them to take their timeout.
King and Sims. Sims down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal to go. Ronnie Lott made the tackle. 38 seconds remaining to be played, and timeout to stop the clock with 37 seconds left. Detroit takes the timeout.
He could have forced San Francisco to use their last timeout on that. He called it before the 49ers were. The 49ers were going to call a timeout.
It's just a question of who could call it first, and the Lions did. So the board of strategy meets now. That's Danielson, You saw a little expressive there.
Lindsey, the big thing, you got to tell your ball club, the quarterback has to relay it to everybody out there. Now listen, pay attention. No mistakes. 2 hands on the football.
Anderson back for a final word with Monty Clark.
Make sure you all have the snap count. Don't go on a long count where somebody gets jumpy and jumps off. Defensively, the 49ers have to be low, penetrate, play run over pass, gamble, go for the football, force a fumble.
It will be second down and goal to go at the 2-yard line. The clock starts on the snap, 37 seconds remaining. Score is presently tied 17-17.
We used to use a quarterback sneak in here. It's a pretty good call. It's
not a bad idea.
Safe play.
It's King and Sims in the setbacks. Sims. Well, he's stacked up short of the goal line by Jack Reynolds. Hacksaw got to him, and Milton McCall did too. Third down and goal to go. You see the time in set, and that's a running clock.
See, the 49ers should be taking time out. All Detroit took time out.
They took time out, and Detroit did, and Danielson comes over again. 22 seconds on the clock. Look again. Thompson in motion across. Sims with the ball. Closed off short of the goal line. Call it the 1.
Here's a pretty good, let's see, pretty good time for the sneak if you have 1 timeout left. 3rd and 1.
They've got one. Each team has 1 timeout left.
So this is a pretty good time to run that sneak, and the reason is you're going straight ahead and you don't have multiple ball handling. It's safe.
And with 3rd down, you got 2 shots at it. 3rd down and goal at the 1. So the Monty Clark Board of Strategy has convened, sent Danielson out. He came back to ask again, and now we'll reconvene the huddle.
Danielson is 195, 6'2". It helps if you have a quarterback with size.
Bill Walsh, the head coach of the 49ers. About all you can do here is dig in. They've got Kugler in there, and Board, and Hardy, and Reese. And here we go. Pillar's in there as well.
Remaining in the football game, a 17-17 tie. They go to the big gun again. Number 20, Billy Sims, from a yard away. And he vaults into the end zone, and the Lions win it 24-7.